Okay, you ready to try some carrots today, buddy? Mm-hmm. Not bad? No? Hey everybody. So I think the carrots were actually a hit with Harrison. He seemed like he liked them quite a bit. We don't have much left over. You know, there's just a teensy bit here, but I'm gonna stick it in the fridge because I don't want it to go to waste, and he likes that stuff. So I think those were a hit. No, you can't have the camera. You can't have the camera. Look at how messy he is. So I've been buying these 2 packs of baby food because you get a little lid that you can stick back on the food itself and put back in the fridge for up to like 2 days. And so far Harrison has tried sweet potatoes, bananas, applesauce, and then just barely carrots. He loves sweet potatoes, does not like applesauce. Bananas are good, and so far I think carrots are a hit. All right, buddy, we ready for our walk? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I figured I would update you guys on Harrison's doctor's appointments that he has had recently and our decision on what we decided to do with his surgery. So last week we met up with the neurosurgeon as well as the pediatric plastic surgeon and spoke with them about what our options were, what surgeries were available to us, and you know, what route they would advise us to take. Due to Harrison's age, they advise us to go with one surgery over the other, just because he's young enough to have the surgery, but he's getting old enough to where if he were to have the surgery, he would need to have it done like right now. And then there's another surgery that he's a little too young to have according to the neurosurgeon, but he is, you know, as soon as he gets a little bit older, he is capable of having that surgery. So I felt like the surgeons were kind of pushing us into one surgery over the other because, you know, I wasn't sure what one we wanted to go with because each surgery has their, you know, their benefits and their negatives with them. And so, you know, I definitely didn't know, I didn't go into the appointment saying I wanted to do this one, I don't want to do that one. And we were there, we spoke with them, and they gave us their opinion on what surgery we should go with based on his age. So at first we signed up for that surgery because, you know, he's at that age where we want to get this done and, you know, get him on the path to recovery. And so we had that scheduled for 2 weeks from the date of the doctor's appointment. So by the time we got home, Curtis and I had just started talking about it because I was still conflicted. I didn't know if I wanted to go through with that surgery only because there were so many, not necessarily negatives, but there were issues with it. You know, things such as like finances and time and work. And so we spoke about it for, you know, a good 5 days, and then we decided that we wanted to go with the other surgery just because there's, you know, doggies are barking at me, because we figured that that one's going to be the most beneficial for us it's going to be the best for Harrison, and it's going to allow him to get in, do the surgery, and then recover, and then that's it. And so we ended up going with that one, which is the cranial vault reconstruction. So I called a couple days ago and left a message with the craniofacial team and told them that, you know, hey, please give me a call back. We'd like to talk to you about this. So I heard from them this morning, and I told them what we wanted to do, that we wanted to switch, and that we would like to have the surgery planned for June, because that's when my insurance renews. And so the insurance is also a really big factor in our decision to change. And so they said that they will talk with the surgeons, and I'm assuming they'll let us know, you know, what the plan is for that, if, you know, they're going to call us back up and schedule a surgery date, or if they'll call us back up and schedule another appointment to come in and meet with them and go over the procedure itself, go over what day it's going to be, all the pre-op appointments that we're going to have for him. So as of right now, that is our plan, and we feel good about it, even though, you know, this entire situation is not something that we wanted to deal with anyways. You know, we didn't expect that Harrison would have a birth defect, that, you know, he would have to undergo surgery for. So it's been kind of hard in that sense, because, you know, what mom wants to see her baby go through surgery, you know, a skull surgery at that, unfortunately. So I went back and I looked at a lot of my ultrasound pictures of Harrison, and the last ones that I had prior to me entering in the 3rd trimester was my 20-week appointment, the anatomy appointment. And so I went back and I looked at those, and I noticed that his head was the same shape that it is now. It was very long, flat on the top, with his pointy back of his head, without the bald spot, of course. The neurosurgeon was talking about how with craniosynostosis, it's something that they're born with, whereas I've read that it's, I guess, you know, they're unsure. Other doctors are unsure if it's something that they're born with, or if it's something that happens right after they're born. And so our neurosurgeon is saying that it's something that he's born with. So going back and looking at that 20-week anatomy scan, it makes sense that he has this, or, well, it makes sense as to why he's saying that it's something they're born with, because it's, you know, at 20 weeks gestation, he had the same head shape that he does now. Oh, I had to take my jacket off. It is warm. Spring is in 2 days, and it's been 50 degrees these past 2 days. But these past 2 days, Harrison and I have been going outside and taking walks because it's beautiful. And I literally have been cooped up inside since October, because, you know, when you just have a baby, the last thing you want to do is go outside, especially when you're recovering from a C-section and you're too tired to do anything. It's been a very long winter, and it's just about that time. Just get out and enjoy the warmth. The spring is coming. I've got spring fever. I'm itching to be outside. I love it outside, and just need that vitamin D. All right, just got done with our walk. I don't know how long it was. I'm gonna say maybe a half hour or so, but oh my gosh, that was much needed. So we look at, hi buddy, what you doing? What you doing? How are you doing? Huh? I think somebody tired. Yeah. So we go inside.